You're welcome on Black Hot Fire Network. Um, Thank you for watching. It is a Friday, 10th November. Yeah, it's a Friday, 10th November 2023. Yeah, it's of course 50 minutes past 11 a.m. in Uganda, Kampala, Uganda. I'm INNOSSETU together with my colleague
Africa Maria.
Kampala, Uganda. Yeah, thank you for watching Black Hot Fire Network. We are live on TikTok too. We are live on Twitter. We are live on Facebook, Black Hot Fire Radio. We are live on, of course, YouTube, Black Hot Fire Network. So no, it's Black Hot Fire Network. Black Hot Fire Network channel. So thank you for guys for watching. And today's topic is how the Western world lied about African tradition religion or traditional religion in Africa.
Mm.
They made a lot of lies.
Mm.
Continue.
There's nothing to like it.
It's okay too. Anyway, how they lied, the many lies they lied about the African traditional religion to the Western community because Africans they are not only in Africa but even outside Africa.
Yeah.
So they've been making lies over years about African traditional religion, and they've been trying as much as they can so that to demolish, so that to finish up African traditional religion over years. Um, some very many years back, in was it the 18th century or some years back, they came in Africa and they, of course, they started very many various religions in Africa to fight the traditional African religion. That's why today we see very many religions in Africa. The what I want to mention because there are very many.
Majorly the big ones, Christianity and Islam.
Islamic. So these religions were based on a foundation that ATR or African traditional religion is a mess up, is barbaric, is like there is a way they made they made a lot of lies about African traditional religion, like to they call it black magic. They even created Satan, what because of the African traditional religion, which the Africans had before they came. We had the region. Religion has not just come. African traditional religion has not just come today. Like they found Africa with a religion, they brought their religion and they tried to polish bad or to polish the guardian that an African traditional religion so that their religion can go through, it can survive in Africa. So a lot has been said among very many writers, fake writers, even very many videos have been made over African traditional religions. And the saddest truth about this is that these people that actually make confessions, these people that claim African traditional religion to be like the worst religion in Africa, these people are not Africans. So again, they are not Africans. These are Bazungus that give their views, that give whatever they are giving according to how they see things and according to their agenda towards religion in Africa. So, so that has made that has given a path for African traditional religion to disappear silently.
Mm.
Very, I know, very
Because it
many.
is usually categorized with evil.
Mm,
So, like, even if some other Africans are still practicing it, but they're
mm,
doing it in a hide.
mm,
African traditional religion usually was
mm,
a justice kind of religion. That for it to serve justice here and there,
mm,
there was nothing like
mm,
there was nothing like there was nothing like you wait for the judgment day and stuff like that. It would just cut things across
mm,
so very fast there and then, that it was not favoring these the colonizers in particular.
mm.
And also religion itself. Who is that? Okay. Somebody on TikTok.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
Yeah.
So
Hello. Hello. Been away.
Bokoloko.
But mentally, I'm going to support you.
Hello. Hello. She's I think she's a lady.
Mm,
Unfortunately I think she has network issues. But anyway, African tradition as a religion,
mm,
of course, a lot of foreigners misinterpret the tradition African religion because they don't understand the hierarchical monotheism present in many African spiritual beliefs according to this model. And we all know that a lot of Africans had their belief towards this. African traditional religion comprises of the faith, the
mm.
belief, the culture, and the practices.
Yep.
There is a reason why the Western world usually termed Africa's religion as barbaric, hostile, and actually there is also a reason why they wanted to abolish this entire thing, because when you kill the faith, people without faith are lost people. Even their own religion says it, that it is important for you, whether you're a Catholic, whether you're a Christian, sorry, whether you're a
Mm,
Christian or a Muslim, to believe and
mm,
have faith. Because this is why we are seeing people fight
mm,
each other right now. This is why we are seeing that the situation in Israel and Palestine dividing the Christianity and the Muslim fraternity in
mm,
Africa. That the Muslims are supporting Palestine and the Christians are supporting Israel. This is because of religion. Now,
mm. I
religion,
know you mean.
this is
Mm,
because of religion now. The basic interest that they had in religion, in destroying Africa's religion, is because all Africa's spirituality is because it is important for the Africans to lose their faith towards what they hold dear.
mm,
And this thing really happened. We see a lot of Africans, I don't know,
mm,
we see a lot of black people nowadays believing in, good morning, Maria Ansetu. Let me send you your grocery.
mm.
Thank you. Thank you
Morning,
so
Judy.
much. All right. Thank you, by the way. So, with this religion, in Africa's spirituality, of which, by the way,
Mhm.
you know, this guy, do you know their religion was derived from our conceptions, from our theories, from our beliefs, from our religion as Africans? The story of Adam and Eve, you know, we have what they call the Eve gene in an African woman. And the Eve gene is the gene that there is what they used to call a womb man.
Mhm.
Check it out.
Mhm.
In all the African theories.
Mhm.
There is what they used to call a woman. Ng'omusajja yaliwo nga alina wombo ng'alina
In African history.
no mu theories entuufu
Mm.
era nga alina kye bayise Eve gene.
Mm.
Eve gene ye gene of creation.
Mm.
It's where we get procreation. And that Eve gene is usually found in an African woman.
Mm.
Check it out. So that means when you African woman is the beginning
Mm.
of life. What's it? Ntino, Joka, when you look at the Bible, they also have.
Mm.
You're looking at the grocery. When
Like, yes, Maria, all religions come from us. It's
Mm.
bastardized African spirituality. Let me join you guys.
All
All
right,
right.
thank you. Please come through. So,
Oh, Jenna Mosquito.
John Mosquito is there.
Yeah, he's on TikTok.
All right. So the religion will have a concept here, Eve, Adam and Eve, and
Mm.
stuff like that. Lots of Africans don't really understand that this story was theirs.
Mm.
They don't understand that this is them. They don't understand that this was their story. That these people fetched and interpreted to their advantage, to the point that apparently Adam and Eve is white.
I
Um,
knew it was Maria and set live. Oh, yes, Jenna.
Hello, General Mosquito. Thank you for coming. For yeah, you knew towards us. We are glad that we didn't disappoint you about that. Thank you. So, we see that the Bible interprets all their stories, giving a privilege or advantage
Mm.
to white people. I think Keith is right in the building on YouTube. Keith, you're welcome on our live.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't go on TikTok. I forgot that that account is banned for a week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's the one. Yeah, when you guys. Yeah, that's the one you guys usually use. That's banned because hell, I
Can't
went
we,
on it
can't
before.
you,
Huh?
can't you come in another account and we'll add you?
No, the other account, you guys are on. That's the one you guys are on right now. I can't use that one to talk to you guys. And the other account is banned. The other account is banned. So anyway, um, 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 yeah, the other account's banned. But anyway, African spirit. See, that's why history is so important and understanding history. If you don't know history, you don't understand that all religions come from Africa. And what Maria was talking about, Maria was talking about mitochondrial Eve, the black woman. She's the first person on the planet. It's called mitochondrial Eve. See, understanding, when you understand history and understand science, that's why the African's not taught real history no more. The African doesn't know real science. That's why you're caught in religious. Now, that's why your mama don't know shit or your daddy don't know shit. You're caught in religious nonsense that the white man gave them. Don't understand. A woman can never come from a man. A woman has more genetics. The woman's first. But in your good in these male-based religions that they created, since they're already Neanderthals, they wanted the man to be dominant. African always knew that the woman came first. That's all. That's why most in all other African spiritual systems, the woman was what we call the apex. She was the most worshipped, or she was what they call the oracle. Because women are more spiritual than men. These are facts. Woman's more in tune with nature. Woman's more in tune with the universe. So the Africans knew that. Now you've been turned upside down when now you're worshiping a white man who ain't never lived. A man can never be your God. He's not the original. Everything is birth. Everything comes from the creation of a woman. But you got to understand that about how you don't understand how energy works no more because you're scared. Oh, is that witchcraft? No, moron, it's science. It's science, moron, not witchcraft. Witchcraft doesn't exist, dummy. Okay? You scared means you scared of shit that you don't understand. It's not witchcraft. You're just a
Mm.
moron. So understand. You're just a moron. You got childlike mind. Shit scares you that you don't understand. Is that witchcraft? No, moron. It's science. So anyway, what they did with Africans, that's the story. That's the show, Joby, what I was doing with the guys yesterday. Want me to do more. Wanted me to do more of them. So understanding that black people were here first. Okay? The black woman is first. The black woman is the only person on the planet that everybody's genome is in. There's not one person on this planet that doesn't have the black woman's genome. I don't care if you're Japanese, Chinese, European. She's mitochondrial Eve. She is the first. So the black woman is the most superior person on the planet. That's just the fact. They know that biologically. So she couldn't come from no river, no man in your goofy Bible. Okay? She couldn't come from no river, no man. Because the woman is double X. She's
Mm.
XX. The man is XY. That means he's less. He has less chromosomes and genetics than the woman. So you could never get more from less. So she couldn't came from your goopy rib in your goopy book. You can't get more from less. The woman has more genetics than a man. So
Mm.
she could never came from you. Because you can't get more. If I give you, let me make it easy. If I give you a basket of fruit and let's say you got 6 apples in there. Okay. If I give you the basket of fruit and you got 9 apples now, where'd you get the other 3 from? You couldn't have got more from less because I only gave you 6, only had 6, and now you got 9. That's like a black woman coming from a black man. Could never
Mm.
happen. She's biologically superior to us. See, I know you goopy men that don't know science make you mad because you want to put your woman on the bottom. You don't understand how science works. That she's the black woman, the African woman, is the closest thing to what you call the creator. She's a direct manifestation of the creator of the universe. The Africans used to know that. She's a direct manifestation of God in the flesh on the planet. The black woman is. But the white man knows this. He's not going to tell you that. He knows it now through his science. He knows it. Like he called her mitochondrial Eve. So she's the beginning of everything. Without the black woman, no one exists on this planet. There would be nobody without the black woman. So understanding this, so they took, at that time, we still ruled the world. See, he never told you ruled the world. He told you was a dumb, ignorant nigga living in a hut. All this other nonsense white people taught you. You used to rule the world. And so as you ruled the world, all civilizations were started by you. China, Japan, India were all African first. All of it is African. All of it. So these concepts that you had when these other people showed up, I'm not going to say where they showed up from. I was showing them yesterday. They don't come from, their lies that they come from black people. That's a lie. They don't come from us. Because biologically, they're completely different. It ain't just the skin color. Biologically, they have rabbit and dog and cat in their DNA. How the fuck do you have DNA from a cat and a rabbit and a dog? Huh? Seto, I'm blowing Seto's mind right now. Yeah, Seto. These are facts. Your mind's getting fucked up right now. Your mind is getting fucked up right now. Yes, Seto. They got genetics of rabbits, dogs. Yes. This is factual. That's why they get lice in their hair, like an animal. You ever seen? You ever seen lice? You ever seen lice? You ever seen lice? Put.
Localized.
You ever seen lice? I probably have never seen it. Have you? He don't even know what it is. Seto's mind is fucked up. Do this for me. Do this for me real quick.
No,
Maria.
no, no,
I
no, no,
know, I know you don't want to. You like that. You just like Joe, and you don't want to see. I gotta show him, Maria. Just do. We're
no,
not gonna do. We're not gonna do a video. We're not gonna do. We're just gonna do images, okay? Just gonna do
okay.
image. Okay, we're not gonna do a video. So you like Joe and them and all. Y'all don't never want to pull it up. Seto needs to know the truth, Maria. God damn it. This was science. Say images. Say images. Images of lice, Lice, images of lice in people's hair. It wouldn't have been your hair because you don't got animal genetics set up. That's why you don't come from us. So images of lice, Lice, in people's hair. Now animals get this. White people and the Chinese and the East Indians, they get this shit like an animal. That's why I'm talking about animal. I'm gonna go do a video so you go crazy. So you see, Seto's gonna learn today. He's gonna fuck his mama's belief system up. See, this what your mama's Jesus would get, Seto, in his head. I told you, Maria, Seto's mind's about to be fucked up learning real life, real truth. So that's the kind of hair, that's the kind of shit your Jesus has in his hair, Seto. Seto like, what the fuck am I looking at? you can take it down. You can take it down now. Okay, I just wanted to show him, Maria. He has to know the truth. As an African man, he has to start knowing what the truth is. He grew up with so many lies. And as an African man, he's grown up with so many lies. His mama not knowing shit, daddy not knowing shit. So I got to reteach his ass. So these people have animal genetics, Seto. That's why they got lice. Your cow would have lice, a monkey would have lice, but you as an African man, you don't have lice. That's why you never seen it. Like what? Now, if you've been around white people, you would see it. They still stayed in Uganda and you was around them. That shit would jump off their head and smack you in the face. You like, what the fuck is going on? What is this shit smacking me in the face? Because the first time I seen it, I was a kid, right? I know I was a kid because we went to school with white people in America. They integrated us, right? So I was in school. I was like 6 or 7, and I was up at the chalkboard, and the white teachers like had me come up and do a math problem. Me and this little white girl come up and do a math problem at the chalkboard, right? So it's me and this little white girl was at the chalkboard, and so I'm trying to write the number, and something jumped out of her head and hit me on my damn shoulder. I was like, I was a kid. I was freaking. I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Smacking my shoulder. Of course, I wasn't cussing. I was only 7. I wasn't saying what the fuck, but I was saying, oh, what? Did you see that come out that girl's head? Did you see that? And so the lady being white, she knew what it was. The teacher was white. She knew what the fuck it was. Keith, you stop it. You stop it right now. I'm gonna suspend you from school. Lady, you didn't see that shit jump out that girl's head? See, being so young, I didn't know what it was, what it meant. How the fuck you got bugs in your head? How you walk around with bugs in your head? But they're not gonna tell you that because they're superior to you. The lies. I said, lady, you didn't see that? I forgot to teach that. I called the teacher's name. So you see that bug jump out of her head? Yeah, she knew it was bugs in her head because she got bugs in her head too. She know what the fuck it was because she's sitting there with bugs in her head teaching. All that shit in her head. They all get it. Yeah. Because that's the animal genetics, Seto, that you don't understand. The animal. So when I tell you they got rabbit and dog and shit in their genome, that's a fact. It's a fact. See that? See, if your Jesus is real, he'd have lice in his head like that. Most Africans don't even know that about lice. If your Jesus was God, he'd have that same lice in his fucking head. Yeah, because you don't know their hair is animal fur. See, animals get their hair is fur, it's not hair. Now, set those minds getting blown. That though, you're getting fucked up. This 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 is this is shit your mama ain't taught you. Not making it. This is shit your mama ain't gonna teach you. While she's worshiping her Jesus, Jesus got lice all in his hair because their hair set though is fur. They don't have hair. Think that black people be bleaching their skin and trying to put on them fake wigs. Their hair seto is animal fur. See, you didn't. I'm blowing your mind. See, these are facts. It's not my opinion. That's why they get those lice like animals do, because their hair is not hair. Only people that have hair on this planet are African. The ones they taught you how to hate your hair. Only one who have hair on this planet are Africans. Every other people have fur. That's animal fur. The Asians that you think are better than you have animal fur. The white people that you think are better than you have animal fur. The East Indians that you think are better than you have animal fur. That's what's on their head. It's fur. Like, like a cow, like a monkey, like a dog. It's fur. I said, Mama, you know they got fur on their head? Jesus got fur? What? So the Africans used to know all this. This is all ancient Africans. We're going through a dark age right now, Seth. Most Africans are morons. They're stupid. You don't come from a stupid people, but you dumb down now. You don't know shit. Most Africans now are dumb. But this the reason why I know this is true, I went back to ancient African knowledge and said, God damn, this is fur. And it is. That's why they got bugs in their hair. You don't get no. Seto, have you ever had lice in your head, Seto? You ever had lice? No. Have you ever had any bugs in your head, Seto? You know the answer is absolutely not. See, Seto's still stunned, Maria. I'm trying to go slow because his mind is fucked up right now. I'm trying to go slow. Seto's mind is blown. That's what happens. That's what happens to Africans when he starts to get real knowledge again. Like, what the fuck is going on around here? What's happening around here? I've been living in a world that don't exist. Hold on, guys. Let me send you guys your damn money to while I'm talking to you. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me send you guys your damn grocery money. So when you guys come back on this afternoon, you'll see how you can. And buy groceries, Maria. Don't be like the other ones who almost got fired for not buying groceries, taking money.
Why should we not buy groceries?
They over there pocketing the money in Kenya and shit. Doing all kind of wicked shit. Just do. I lost you guys. Uh-oh. The internet went out. See if they come back. I think they're back. They back. Okay.
We are back.
I thought Miss 70 came and got Seto for knowing that was fur. You're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know, nigga, that's fur. You're supposed to worship the white man. Seto's home. And stuff I teach, the knowledge Seto gets here, he might run out in the street of Kampala, butt naked, take off his clothes and say, no, No, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. They say, sir, sir, why are you out in the middle of Kampala butt naked? It's all a lie. I don't care. I'm trying to get clean. I'm trying to get clean. It's all a lie. It's all a lie, damn it.
By the way, there was one pastor sometime I was trying to challenge him when he was talking about the Genesis, like the beginning, the creation, how God created the world. And so he was, I asked him, like, so apparently the first person God created was white. Then where did the black people come from?
You
So
can't get.
then he said, black people were not created by God. That God did not like touch the black people and mold them. But in the Bible, as you read, they say He also created other things. So we are with other things.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's a
like,
lot. That's the white.
apparently,
That's the white man's propaganda and psychosis. You can't
yeah.
get black from white. You can only get white from black. That's why you
Mm-hmm.
begin to. You can't get black from white. You can only get white from black. And every other black is the beginning of the spectrum of color. All
And,
colors come out of what? Black. See, that's
and
another
by
fact.
the way,
So you
I
can't
think
get.
as far
You can't get. Go ahead, Maria. What happened?
and I think that's why, like, when most of the Africans, when they read too much of the Bible, they end up turning away from the religion. It is these people who don't read the Bible, they are too much in religion again. Because when you read that book, you understand that there is no positivity about black people in the
Yeah,
Bible.
yeah, that's supposed to be because remember, they forced you to write it. Understand? It's called the Septuagint. When the Greeks come into Kemet, which is African, which is Egypt back then, was African still. Understand? The people you see up there today are invaders. They came in the 7th century A.D. Those people you see in Egypt, Algeria, Libya, and Morocco, they're not indigenous Africa. Those are white motherfuckers who invaded. They're not Africans. They're invaders. So as much as you guys love fucking Gaddafi wasn't. His people were invaders. They're not indigenous to Africa. They're not Africans. They're invaders. So when they invaded with Alexander the Greek, he said, "Make me a god. Hey, you niggas, make me into a god." He said, "Nah, we don't make crackers into no gods. We'll make white. What is you talking about?" No. So what he did, he married an African woman, thinking that would help him. He said, "Well, I got to marry me an African woman." He said, "I don't give a fuck who you married. Fuck is you. Give a fuck who you married. We're not making you no god. You motherfuckers are stinky. You're backwards. You're dumb." At that time, the Africans were still brilliant, not like they are today. Imagine a level of African people that were brilliant, geniuses. Africa was on a genius level then. Geniuses, blow your mind, geniuses. So, let me send. Let's see here. Yeah, check your phone, Maria. In a minute, I sent you guys your grocery money. So understanding that so they ask Alexander comes in, says they get all because remember all civilizations come out of Africa, all of it. So they're all impressed about the civilization of Kemet. That's the true name. There was no Egypt. White people changed the name. It's called Kemet, land of the blacks. Then I try to tell you white people created the very name of the country is called land of the blacks. Kemet. That's what Kemet means. Land of white people so psychopath. Oh, they're talking about the black soil. There ain't no black soil in no fucking Kemet. Kemet means land of the blacks. And when you get science called chemistry. You heard the term chemistry? That's named after you. That's the study of blackness. study of melanin. That's what chemistry is, from the land of Kemet. See how advanced you are. Chemistry is the study of blackness. It's how the universe works, because the universe is black with melanin. Chemistry from the people of Kemet, Africans. So anyway, they go in, then they're about to poison his ass. So they poison his ass. Alexander gets poisoned before he's talking about, I'm gonna start killing some of you niggas. I'm gonna start killing some of you niggas. You don't make me into a god. So somehow he dies, because he dies at 34, 33, something like that. He marries this African girl and they poison his ass. And so his generals, remember, his generals fight over his empire, which is part of North Africa, then Northeast Africa, then also up in Greece. So he got 4 generals who split his empire up. They start fighting. And so the one who got Kemet was called Ptolemy. Philadelphia's, right? And so Philadelphus says, hey, you niggas, make me a god. He said, we already told you, goddamn emperor, we don't make you crackers no god. Fuck is wrong with you? No. It's okay. If you don't make me a god, I'm going to start killing you niggas. It's going to be a lot of killing around here. So this is where you get the Jesus image. It's going to be a lot of killing around here. I'm going to kill a lot of you niggas. You don't do it. But a lot of you niggas getting put to the sword. I'm going to start stabbing and cutting off heads. And so remember, his name was what? Philadelphia's Ptolemy. So this is where you get your first Jesus image from. He becomes Serapis. I had you guys look up the images of, put this up for me real quick, Seto. Say images of Serapis. Images of Serapis. Images of Serapis. That's going to be Serapis. Serapis. This is your Jesus, and if you look at what it is, it'll tell you that's Philadelphia's. This is where you first get your fake Jesus. Images of Serapis. That's Serapis. Okay, this one I'm giving you guys history. This is where your fucking fake Jesus begins. Serapis. Okay, this is where your fake Jesus begins. This is Alexander's general who takes over Kemet. He says, you niggas make me a god. We don't make no gods. Crack, what's wrong with you? So this is the beginning of your fake Jesus. That's where it starts. So okay, they say, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna merge 2 of our deities. We're gonna merge 2 of our deities from Apis the bull and Osiris. You're gonna be Serapis, which is really Philadelphia's Ptolemy the First. Okay, he comes to Jesus. I'm gonna tell you how the Rome gets and creates into your religion. Okay, so this becomes your Serapis, your damn. It's the beginning of your fake Jesus. Okay, well, you need to know history. When you know history, you get rid of the fake religious mystery. It's how they start taking your systems and making it into a religion. Okay, you got Serapis there. And the cult was called Serapis Christos. Christian. Before Jesus existed, he's going to be your Jesus. Christos. Because Christ is not a person. Christ is a frequency. Christos, Christ means you reach a certain spiritual height, a frequency, a higher level. The universe is based on energy, vibration, and frequency. To become a Christ was frequency. That's why the same thing was in what? Buddhism. Buddha became what? A Christ. This is all African shit. That's why you need to know African history, real history. Because Buddha was a Christ as well, before Jesus Christ. You got black people believing that this cracker's last name was Christ. No. Christ is a frequency, not a person. That's why Buddha was a Christ. Hare Krishna was a Christ. So anyway, so you get this goofy ass motherfucker. They make him into a god. He becomes Serapis, Christos. Become this, you know. This is stuff. This is shit your mama don't know. That's more about worshiping some cracker with lights in his head. This is what she doing. And so this becomes your Jesus. So anyway, he eventually dies, and his son wants to be made a god too. This is where you get your Hebrew religion. See, this is history. So his son, Philadelphus the second, said, hey, you niggas need to make me a god too, like you did my daddy. He said, what? Niggas, you need to make me a god. Fuck you talking. You heard what I said. And I need some damn documentation. I need some literature. So what the Egyptians did, so what the Africans did, they created your first Bible. So they took African spirituality and they put it in what? Human form. They put it in like literary form, like people. It's where you get your David and Goliath. But the Africans are so smart. They take the spirituality stuff in it. That's why the Africans are brilliant, because the Bible does have some truth in it, but it's esoteric. See, if you read on the surface level, they took it and made it to be stories. David did this. No, the hidden meaning, they put the real shit in there. But you're not smart enough as an African to know the hidden. It's called the esoteric. You're looking at the exoteric. See, the esoteric means inner. Exoteric means outer. The African only knows the outer. He believes that shit's history, that a motherfucker named David and King Solomon existed. These people ain't never existed. This is made up shit. So, you guys got. So Philadelphia's son, Philadelphus II, asked the Africans to make a book. So, okay, this is when you get your first Hebrews. So now they create a whole group of people that black people around. I'm Hebrew. I'm an Israeli. I'm an Israelite. I'm a Hebrew. I'm a Hebrew Israelite and all that dumb shit. Okay? I'm not African. I'm a Hebrew. I know Maria didn't see that shit. This is where it comes from. I'm about to explain it to you. I'm a Hebrew. I'm not African. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Hebrew Negro lie. Negro lie. So all that dumb shit, them not knowing history, understand. So I would tell you, I would teach you, technically, yes, the Africans are the original Hebrew Israelites, but the religion is phony. Yes, they're the original because they were the ones in that land. They were forced to take on that religion, same way you guys years later forced on to take on Christianity. Okay, so technically, the Africans are the original Hebrew Israelites, yes, but it don't come from no God. It comes from this cracker, you morons. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Yahweh. All that old stupid shit you doing. Yahweh. Okay, goofy nigga. Okay, goofy nigga. Go ahead. Continue, you nut. So anyway, at that time, you got the Greeks did not have a language. They couldn't speak. They were still illiterate. Mm-hmm. See, only Africans had language and had a writing system, an alphabet. So when you see them write something called the Septuagint, it's going to be your first Bible. So images of the Septuagint. So I want you to look this up, Seto or Maria. Say what is the Septuagint? Septuagint is spelled as Google say, what is the Septuagint? It'll be SEPTUAGINT. Now this is gonna be your first Bible that most you goofy niggas who are Christians don't even know. Don't even know what it is. I'm a Christian. What's the first Bible, nigga? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Should I read for?
Yeah, but not yet. I'm gonna tell you to read in a minute. I'm gonna teach you the scam. That's why you got to know real history, because they even lie on that. They talk about it's the first Hebrew Bible, but in Greek. They'll tell you that. Wait, it's in Greek. I told you the Greeks. Remember who invaded Kemet? The Greeks, and they make them write this shit, right? So understand it's Greek, but understand. Hold on, let me explain it to you, Maria. So Philadelphia's son, the second Ptolemy, right? He says, "I want you goofy niggas to make me a guy to make me some literature." And so they said, "Well, we can't make you no literature. You don't got any language. I don't give a fuck. Then you make a Greek language." So the Africans, brilliant, Maria, create the Greek alphabet, create a language, right? And with that, since they didn't create Hebrew yet, they wrote the Septuagint in Greek. And so since these people lie, they will say, oh, Hebrew goes before Greek. It goes back further than that. We are the original people of God. No, that lie, that's a lie. You know, I know that's a lie, Maria, because linguistically, see, linguistics is a science of language. So we know linguistically, Maria, that Hebrew is Greek. We know that the Africans create the Greek language and they create the Hebrew language. So there is no ancient. So when you read that, it says, oh, it's the first book. It's the first Hebrew book, but it's written in Greek. It's written in Greek because Hebrew is Greek. There was no Hebrew language until the Africans created it after Greek. They'll tell you like, oh no, the Greeks got it and wrote out of the Hebrew language later. That's a lie. See, they need to keep the religious lie going because religion is now what is a mind control thing, controls the world through these lies. So we know it's the African that creates the Greek alphabet and language. It's the African that creates the Hebrew alphabet and language. So go ahead and read it, Maria. It's going to tell you it's the first book, but it's in Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it? But if you knew linguistic science, and it's already proven linguistically a fact that Hebrew is Greek. There was no Hebrew before Greek. So the Africans were tasked to writing this goofy book. So what they did, this is how you start getting the beginning of religion. They take their spiritual systems and they put it into human form. So let's say you got spiritual systems, Maria. But the Greeks want some kind of like history shit, people and shit people that don't exist. So you take your spiritual practices and now you make them into people. So you take the practices and you make them into people, like David and King Solomon and the Hebrews getting chased out of Kemet, which ain't never happened. You make all these crazy stories, but what you do is you say the Africans are going to be forced to read this book, and since they're Africans, they're going to get the esoteric, they're going to get the hidden meaning eventually behind it. They're not going to get what's being written. As Africans, they're going to start understanding there's something deeper behind the shit written. So we're going to put real spirituality in this goofy book. Now, we're going to put the real shit in there, but they're going to have to be smart enough to know the difference between the fake shit and the real shit. Because we're writing a goofy book for these Greeks who've now taken over Kemet. So they want a goofy book, so we're going to write a goofy book for them, turning them into gods and shit. And then, of course, they're going to force it they're going to force the religion on what? The African children. So yes, technically, are the Africans the first Hebrews? Yes, because they were forced to what? Practice this religion. They were forced to. But of course, through generations, they're going to forget that, and they're going to think that the religion is real. That's why they run around. I'm a Hebrew, nigga. I'm a Hebrew, Maria. But you're still an African, moron. You're still an African. I'm not an African. I'm a Hebrew.
Like the Igbo people from Nigeria.
But that's a fact. They do come. They are original Hebrews. They are from there, and they were the kids. Remember, all that's black, all that's African, all that's. And remember, at this time, Maria, all that part of the world is African. These invaders are not there, so the African people still control and dominate what you call Israel, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Dubai. That's all African. All of it from Iraq all down. It's still all African. So as they're forced to take on that religion, remember, about a couple hundred years later, you're gonna have an invasion coming from what they call the Eurasian steppes. The people you see there, they come from the Eurasian steppes. They're not Arabs, they're really Turks. They're Turkmen, they're Turks. Now, see, white people are psychopaths. They'll come in and claim to be you, claim your culture, and say, yeah, we're now the Arabs. You're not an Arab. Arab is a culture, wasn't a people, it was an African culture of Africans living in what you call Arabia. It was never no Saudi, it was just Arabia. Living that part of Northeast Africa. So those people invaded those African areas and now reclassified themselves as Arabs. They're not. They're Turks. Like you see Turkey, those are Turks from the Asian steppes. So as they come in, the Africans are either enslaved, that's when you get the Muslim enslavement of Africans, or the Africans run deeper into Africa. So you got now the ones that call themselves Hebrews run down to, that's why you got the real Hebrews, the real black people who were forced for that religion. Are now you now find them where? In Mali, Zimbabwe, Uganda, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, because you stop where you wanted to stop. Let's say me and Maria's running from what we call Palestine. We own it. Maria said, I'm tired, Keith. I'm stopping here in Uganda. I said, fuck that shit, Maria. You crazy. These crackers are still coming. I'm going all the way further so I end up in Nigeria. That's why I told you you're the same people. If you understand African history, you're not different from anybody from fucking Nigeria and Uganda and South Africa. You're the same people. There was no borders back then in Africa. So you decided to go wherever you wanted to go. If Maria wanted to get her ass up and walk down in Namibia, she could do that and live there or live in Mozambique. That don't make her no different no more than what she was when she was in fucking Uganda. It just things would be different because of the area, because of maybe the landscape. So your culture would change a little bit, but it's still the same culture. It's African culture is all the same. It's variations of that culture. It's variations of the culture. Okay, variations. It's the same culture, but you have variations because of what? Because where you're at is different. So understanding. So when you hear the Igbos and these other people in Zimbabwe, the other people in Ethiopia calling themselves Hebrews, they're not lying. That's actually true. The religion is still fake. They don't understand that the religion was fake. The African created that religion. They don't understand it's still a creation. They believe that religion is real because so many generations have passed. It's been 2,300 years ago since the Africans created that religion. But it's fake. It's still a fake. The Africans created it from this because they were forced. They didn't create it because they wanted to. They were forced to create it. They're forced to create these religions. So hold on, get a drink of water. Hold on. So I hear the rooster. Time to chop it and put in the pot and cook it. So the Africans were forced to create that religion. So eventually you have different empires. So empires rise and empires fall. So Greece falls. And the new kid on the block is what? The Roman Empire. The Roman Empire says, hey, we like this Serapis shit you got. We like this shit. It's mind control. We like this Serapis shit you got. So they take Serapis and they make Jesus Christ out of it. Okay? They say, man, we need some more literature to go with our bullshit. It's when you get the New Testament being created. Yeah, we need some more new shit to go with this Serapis shit. Because it works. Because Rome's system of religion was falling apart. People didn't believe Remus and Romulus and all that dumb shit. They said that shit sounds stupid. Let's take this Serapis shit and make a new religion. So this is how you get your new coming from Rome. It's about the Roman Catholic Church. Rome says, yeah, let's turn this rapid shit into some more shit. And so that's what you get your Jesus. Okay? So Serapis becomes Jesus. Jesus Christ. It still got the same name, Christ. And you motherfuckers around the world be Christian. Yeah, Jesus' last name was Christ. Like what? Christ is a vibration. It's not nobody's name. It's a level of consciousness, a level of divinity. Christ means divinity. Christos. It's the crystallization of your spirit by using your pineal gland. Since you Africans are the only one with functional pineal glands on the planet, you become Christ. It means you get back closer to the Creator, God. That's when all these powers come online. That's when I showed you guys you start learning how to fly again. You start learning how to shoot fire out your hands again. Because you are a God. Small g, you're not the God, but you're part of the God. God resides inside you. You're not supposed to worship shit outside of you. Anything outside of you is a lie. God is inside of you. That's what you're supposed to know. Exoteric, not exoteric, esoteric. God resides in you. You're not supposed to worship shit. You're not to worship a goddamn thing. God is already inside you. Everything's inside you. You got to learn how to bring what you think is witchcraft and scared of witchcraft. No, moron. It's science, and it's inside of you. You know you can fly, Seto? Do you know that? You know you can fly? You don't need a plane. It's fucking his mind up. So I'm at to fuck his mind up, Maria. I got to fuck Seto's mind up. I got to. His mind, he's an African getting back to real African shit. You know you can fly, Seto, as an African? You can. That's a fact. African, you can fly. I think I showed you guys, but you'd have to learn these things all over again. Did I show you guys? I had you guys look up the shaman, right, who was floating, right? I had you guys look up that, didn't I?
Yeah.
You guys seen the guy floating, levitating? That's called manipulate. Yeah, that's called the manipulation of a magnetic field. Africans knew how to see everything is light and magnetics. Light and magnetics. If you can manipulate the magnetic field, it means you can fly again. That's science. That's knowledge. It's not witchcraft. Oh, is he doing witchcraft? No, moron. He's doing science craft, you idiot. That's science. You're just stupid. That's science, dummy. Nothing to do with any witchcraft. It's science. Okay? You manipulate a magnetic field around your body, you can fly. Because everything is magnetics and light, which the Africans used to know. You see a motherfucker do it, you're like, oh my God, is he causing? Is he the devil? Is this witchcraft? Yeah, stupid. Yeah, dummy, it's witchcraft, dummy. Is he gonna bring the devil here? Yeah, I'm bringing the devil here, nigga.
African to make the dead walk.
Oh, I gotta get dressed and ready to get out of here. I'm gonna go, guys. I'll be back later. Yeah, so make sure you guys go get every 2 weeks I send you guys money for groceries. Get enough groceries to last at least 2 weeks for you guys. It's only two of you guys, so that money should go a long way. Buy snacks, buy food, buy water, buy sodas. Huh? What'd you say, Maria? What'd you say, Maria?
She was trying to say that food is expensive.
She said what now? She said what now? What'd she say?
She was trying to say that the groceries are expensive.
Hey, expensive everywhere. Fuck you think is going on? I don't understand how you guys are more expensive than Kenya. You guys are less developed than Kenya. How you guys shit? But 70's gotta go. How you guys shit more expensive than Kenya? It don't make any sense. That shit crazy. I
Mm-mm.
understand. I understand how
No,
Uganda is more expensive than Kenya.
because it's because the money has no value.
Yeah, we know the money has no value. Kenyan money has no
That's
goddamn.
why.
I know, and Kenyan money has no value either. Shit, but still, that shit is
But
cheaper than
I
your
know,
shit. Shit.
money is a little bit has some value.
Like you find like 10K, like 10,000 of Kenya. It's more
Um,
compared to
Well, you guys better go to the farmers market. Get yourself. I don't know. You guys get yourself tea. I don't know if you guys drink tea or coffee or what. Get some tea, coffee, juice. You better go to the farmers market then, where shit's cheaper. You better go. That shit get
but
don't.
we thank you, Zoe. Thank you so much.
Yeah, cause I get them $50 and this goddamn eight of their ass up in the studio shit. And they were stealing that money. They were taking out that money, Maria. They're like, what? They weren't even doing right. They, they were buying like $30 worth of groceries and shit. And the only reason they found out, I gave the money to Joby this time. And Joe, because I never told Joby how much money I was giving them. I never told him. I said, I never told Joby. I would just give it to Katie because I didn't want Joby doing everything. So I said, Katie, you and Shamani, y'all go shopping. So I didn't want Joby to do everything. She can't do everything. So I didn't want her shopping. So that day, because no Sinway be acting up. So I didn't want to act up because I knew it was grocery time. I said, let me send all the money to you, Joby. Because if I don't, Sinwave will come back and say, no, Sinwave is down for 24 hours or some shit, right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to send all the money to you, Joby. So I sent the money to Joby. And Joby was like, hold on. You've been giving them $50 every 2 weeks? I said, yeah. This the amount of money I give them every 2 weeks to buy groceries. He said, hold on. They're not buying no $50 worth of no goddamn groceries. I said, what? So,
okay, before that time, what were they eating?
huh?
How
They
were
buy,
they managing,
they buying cauliflower, potatoes. I don't know the list. No, cooking oil. Uh, uh, uh. No, $50 goes a long way in Kenya. I don't know what it does in Uganda. It goes a long way. Whole bunch like at least 4 or 5 bags of cauliflower. They're buying potatoes. They're buying fruits, vegetables, snacks, tea, coffee, juice, water.
Mm.
So so they came back. They seen it because Joby's like a goddamn investigator. When they brought that shit back, they're like, hell no, this ain't no $50 worth of no damn groceries, right? And so she asked everybody in the studio to get them, and even the maid, because they got a maid up in there comes in and cleans Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I put a maid up in there. I want the place kept clean. People in there might fuck up shit. I want the place clean. You got guests come in. I want the bathrooms and everything clean up in there. So I got a maid up in there for 3 days a week. And I don't know what it costs in Uganda to get no damn maid, but a maid in Kenya only costs you $15. So that's great. So anyway, so even the maid was like, this ain't no $50 worth of no groceries. I said, God damn, even the maid told on your ass, God damn. So of course everybody in the studio said, this ain't $50. This ain't $50 worth of groceries. This ain't $50 worth of groceries. So I said, okay, so for months they've been taking at least $20 and keeping it with themselves. I said, this is always African dirtbag behavior. So I don't know what it is with African people. They always want to steal shit and not be loyal. That's what the new president of Tanzania was saying. We can't hire African people. So that what the lady of Tanzania was saying. The president, we can't hire the other Chinese. We won't hire African people because if you put them on a construction site, every time you do a construction site, Maria, any place on the planet, you leave the materials and the equipment there because you're coming back day to day. Nobody wants to lug all that shit away and bring it back every day. So you need to, yeah, so you need the building materials and you need the equipment there. So you come back every day and work on a building, right? They say with Africans, the Africans are still the material and the equipment. they're still they're still the material and the equipment. Then come back and say, I'm ready to work. That's what you mean you fucking ready to work. You stole the equipment. You stole the material. So that's what the president of Tanzania was saying. Said when we give you jobs, you can't steal the equipment and you can't steal the building material.
True, recently we were painting the studio room. So and we got this guy who paints. So we bought paint, and he was trying to convince me and Innocent to even get some good paint, which is good. It doesn't darken the surface and stuff like that. So we gave the guy money, he bought some cheap paint. And I was like, what? Why did you buy this? And yet you took a lot of money.
Currently, you can't even lean
You
against the
can't live
wall.
against the wall. When you touch the paint, it's paint. You
Well, you
can't.
destroy the Africans been let so much in pot. You destroy your own opportunity. That's it. I said you got. I think because at a meeting because my daughters wanted me to fire their ass. My daughters were mad. My daughters wanted me to fire 'em. My daughters wanted me to fire 'em, Maria.
Sometimes it is just not right. But anyway.
My daughters wanted me to fire 'em. They said, "Where can you come to work? Work only 5 or 6 hours a day. Get paid what you're paid. You guys are getting. You guys are getting. You guys are. You guys are getting fed up in here. You guys are getting food. You guys are getting they're like my father pays for you guys' lunch and breakfast. My father makes sure you guys have Netflix and Amazon and all that shit. You got all the free movies you could want. Did you ever give Seto his damn? He don't got no phone. You ever give Seto his Netflix account, Maria, yet? He can watch Netflix for free. Okay. Maria's falling down on the job, Seto. You got Netflix and other things you can watch for free through Blackout Fire. So you ain't got to pay for movies. You can watch them for free on your Netflix account. So anyway, he said, does anybody, also at that time I was paying for their transportation to get them to work because they live. And also I put them in apartments, right? So I paid for the apartments, right? So I put them in apartments closer to the studio. I never told you guys yet. I put them in apartments. So I put them in apartments, paid for the apartments, and it might be different in they got paid their first month deposit and then their rent. So I paid for the first month deposit and their rent. Put them in apartments, right? So I put them in apartments and shit, and they still want to steal. You're still gonna do dirtbag behavior. And what it was, you're not just stealing from me, you're stealing from your colleagues. You're stealing food from your colleagues. They eat there. You're taking money out their mouths. Why are you taking money out their mouths doing dirtbag shit? Don't you care about them? Why would you take money knowing that that's more food for them? And like you said, food is expensive. In America, it's expensive as shit. People can't afford the food. You know what they do in America? They locking the food up behind certain windows. You got to ask, can you get meat, Maria? This is facts. They put like these chains around meat because people can't afford the shit. That's what's going on. And you're gonna not buy as much groceries as you can from your own colleagues. That's dirtbag behavior, man. That's dirtbag behavior. You don't do no shit like that. Just to get an extra $10 for you and her. You guys split $10 a piece just to get another extra $10 for yourself. So I sat them down last Friday. I said, my daughters want me to fire you two. They really want me to fire you, motherfuckers. They do. They really want me to fire you two. I said, Joey was quiet. They were sitting there. My daughters really want me to fire. They said, you're ungrateful. People are struggling out here with no jobs. Things are hard. They want me to fire you motherfuckers and put you out there like Spikes. Spikes call me every day, every week for money. I need money. Can you help me? No, nigga. You couldn't do right. Now you're in the real world. Spikes, I'm sorry. I know you fucked up, but you're going to be fucked up for a while. There's no jobs in Kenya. You should have figured that out before you was a dirtbag, stealing money and doing crazy shit. So, um, I said, you guys go work for Indians and Chinese. They're not gonna pay you what I pay you. And I lost you guys.
I do say. Anyway, thank you for that break. What I do say. That I do.
Thank you so much for that. And we are sorry for that, Blake. It was a connection problem, but I think we're back. Yes, we are still in deep talking about Africa, where the Western is polishing lies about African tradition, religion, African traditional religion in Africa. A lot is going on in Africa and outside Africa. And by the way, very many people in Africa, there is no way you can convince them that all that we see in religion, all that we see in what is the so-called holy books, it is from
Ukimanyi apparently ssente zaabwe zonna tebazikwatako tulina okwesasula amasannyalaze tebasasula yes buli kimu
so So a lot that I don't know why Africans were so dumb to that extent. We always like say that it is education system, but it is also our responsibility to think about what's happening. Um, what's really happening. If at all we have our origin and indigenous religions in Africa, um, where do you get the guts to come out and say it is witchcraft, it is barbaric, so like hostile? Why do you believe? Why do people believe in foreign things, in new things? In Africa? Why do they have those hard beliefs about these new things that they just see? If like you see, like even besides this religion thing, you see that all things that are brought to Africa and are new, people embrace them more than the local things. Is it because of ignorance? Is it because of too much yearning for new things, for modernity, for I don't know. Or we are just confused in Africa.
The mind is controlled.
Mm?
Because the people's mind is controlled, and also there is a way they painted Africa's spirituality.
Mm.
They painted Africa's spirituality to be evil. They categorize it with evil. Now, if Africa's spirituality was to remain throughout time, it would be very hard for those people to colonize us. You know that everyone has a misconception that white people are kind.
Mm.
They don't believe that they also have hostile white people.
Mm.
They don't believe that white people can kill. We have seen shootings in schools being, done by white people.
Mm.
They don't know that they are maniacs. They don't know that there are people who have mental problems.
Mm.
They don't know that they are murderers. It is very hard for someone to convince a deep, African person about that, because there is a way white people projected themselves in comparison to us. First of all, if you look at the picture of Satan, is definitely black. Now, this is the mind of the people. Even the young child knows it is. Oh, even ouch. Even the black people, even the kids knows black things are things that cannot be associated. You look at stuffs like, for example, you remember at school when we are studying and they put you in a black book.
Mm.
Do you know what would happen? At the end of the term, when you remember,
Boy,
if
for
you are
us,
put in that black
they
book,
used to tell us if they write you the rice in the
in
black
that
book.
black book, so
But I
we
even
were all scared of being
like
written in black books.
like I spent my entire like high school without seeing that book.
My dear.
But
I was imagining.
maybe it was propaganda.
I think it
It
was
wasn't
because I
there.
never saw it before. But I could imagine, like, how do they use white pens to write in this black book? It shows you're bad for you to be written in that black book or a medua.
Mm, mm, mm.
They have failed to control you. And I'm always like, imagine how do they write in this black book? So this is me thinking about like why. So you can see how they usually that black thing, that our skin texture, how it represents. So so even a young child, first of all, a young child, the moment you can even ask a young child, what do you think a devil looks like? They'll tell you that devil must be black with very big eyes. Their lips must be so big. These are all characteristics of black people, because we are people who have full lips. Usually their nose is so big, they have big eyes. I assume they have very thick eyebrows. They're trying to describe Satan
Mm.
or devil. But of course, something that you don't have, they'll tell you they have horns. Eh?
Mm.
They have horns, they have a tail. But I think that tail is theirs because Bazungus, most of them are born with tails. Did you know that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ngakweji.
Ooh, you didn't know. Mama
Ngakweji.
nemichira.
Ehe.
Singa kiyitibwa abadwala naakuvuma.
Nga minene. Eh?
Bateekako white with the tails. Dalaba. Mm. Mm.
Ate kino nga kinsusseeko. Hmm?
Teekako image.
Kiriwo.
Teekako white people.
Nga bandaga bungi.
Teekako bantu anti. Tails.
On 76.
Scrolling.
Ehe. Ehe.
Maria,
Wangi.
Monica,
Tuli muhanda?
tuli mu Dennis not ku mitinga.
Okay. Mad. Ogiraba tails ze nkugamba ogiraba? Baabazaala balina tails bazisalayo obusira bw'omukira obugulu. Ogiraba? Ogulaba omukira? Ogulaba omukira bali? Ogulaba omukira? Ogulabye omukira?
Abamu bagireka.
Abamu bagireka edda baagirekanga. Kaliddayo.
N'abaddugavu.
Tekiriwo. Tekiriyo zaayo. Kati oyagala kwefiirigira serebule abaddugavu. It is not there. The truth is most of the things bano abantu bakyusa. Story yaabwe ne bakukyusa. And this is why apparently abaddugavu they are hunting that down. Nogamba ova mu kisolo story yaabwe be bavaamu. Gundi zonna tozirabye. Ogera kudduka ng'oli kyogera goti. Andaganga ojja kudduka olwabweyambula budduke. Akabuuza mbu why are you running naked on the streets of Kampala? It is true. It is not true. We are asking you what we don't have said amazima gakujju. Mbweyambule. Kubuuza mbu why are you running naked on the streets of Kampala? Onakugamba mbu wali tobimanyi.
To be
Anyway.
honest, there are certain things you for real to know ndi mugwama. Sente zitufuna ati. To be honest. To be honest. People don't.
Wakwogera obusaala oba
Like
mulimu ogwokola tugwa kuno okimanyi
serious.
waliwo ne bannamawulire abatala bimanyi bino bintu
To be honest.
nga beeyita kafulu.
No, they know on the propaganda.
They don't know facts,
They don't
and
know
I think that's
facts,
the
and they
biggest
think the
problem.
propaganda they know
And by
is
the way,
true.
yeah, and I think that's the biggest problem. Like a lot of African journalists are experiencing, like they know a lot of propaganda. They don't base on facts. They don't know facts.
Mm.
But they are just
And the people who know propaganda, they think
they know.
they know
Yeah.
their ways.
Mhm.
Allah, Allah. And actually, that's why most people, like when they get to know more of this truth,
Mm.
they start doing their own journey. They start doing. And say at times they say why this man is like unfortunate because he's wise. The guy is wise. He doesn't rely on propaganda. However
Eh,
much the guy is wise, he knows what to do. And most people, but bamani propaganda, but for him, he knows what to do.
Ninaabira wano abagamba
Nagagalira
tebalabanga
ba
abantu
wakitega, he knows what to do.
tugendenge tunaabe tugende ojira oyogera mbala
Mm. Oh, fucking shit true. By the way, okay, so muting him nkubuulire. Anyways, so you're going to earn from that side. Like, by the so I don't know when Africans we're going to get to the truth, but very many Africans we are like we have our own way of viewing things. We have our own way of seeing things. We have the way we embrace things in Africa and in our communities. And like very there is a way people people they believe so much in the so-called influencers, like in communities in the country, and most of these people they spread propaganda over things. Do you know that people believe in a chairman in the village more than people that are even educated in the village? Like, I'm telling you the truth. And most of these people they are not educated. If they yes, most of these people they are not educated. Do you know that people electing like LOC chairman like of a village? I'm speaking on behalf of my village. Hmm? They depend on like someone. How many years has this person spent on the village? Like this, the person knows everywhere in the village. These people, they don't depend on IQ. They don't depend on, is this person does this person has sense. They don't depend on that. Ukitegera, eh? The people depend on the, so if the so fucking influencers. They are the people that have made people fall into shit in Africa. Like the presidents, they are puppets, and the people are just following up these people. People and people are following up these people. People are doing what these people are doing. So 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 this has made Africa to fall into something that is not actually not ready to go about now, because you find out like in Africa, you know very well in Africa, people like they take an elder to be very important. Together. So you find out that in schools people respect the teachers, lecturers, and these are the people. Do you know that you find lecturers at university? They come in class without books, without they don't read anywhere when they are teaching, when they are lecturing whatever they are teaching. Do you know that? Do you know that we are depending on those people's personal understandings? I see this thing happening, now for example, your friend Tumwene, that's how the guy comes, the guy comes in a lecture room, he doesn't have any book, we depend on his brain. He's not reading anywhere. However much he might have taught for some good time, but he still need a reference for what he's teaching. But the guy just comes, he starts studying propaganda, and we take the propaganda. Like like when we are streaming. No, no, true, we don't have books, but we have a different view over things. But for them, they don't have a different view over things. The same things like the same things, like the view Jebaina Kubintu, it is the same. They don't have a different view over these things. Watch change. Chichi. Oh, why don't I mind?
Where's the flat iron?
Well, bwakedde kakukawa kati nga tewangambye wagidde ku maki.
Sandifuddeko. Bweyogera.
Senyiga musujja siriimu lubuto. So ate biki? Yeah, I wanted to play this video. There is no way I can share. I wanted to share this video, how the Western world lied about traditional African religions.
You can't share.
I can't share. I wanted to share this video because it has that critical information, which the world must know. And
What should I use now? I plug out some. Is it not far?
it isn't. From here. So, and the African traditional religion, many foreign observers misinterpret African traditional religion because they don't understand the hierarchical monotheism present in many African spiritual beliefs. They just categorize um, uh, uh, they don't understand our religion, our African traditional religion. Whatever they are saying, it is based on their understandings, it is based on their agendas, on what they have to do. Of course, they knew, and they know that for them to win Africa, for them to win the African hearts, people in Africa, what they have to first do is to make Africans hate their own lives. African hate
Their own
themselves,
culture, their own
their own
style.
yeah, huh? Their own country. Do you know that very many Africans, they don't want to stay in Africa?
Yeah,
Many of them, no
they
matter why they are.
wish.
The other time we watched a video on TikTok where two boys, were they boys?
Which ones?
Like, were they two boys? Yeah, they were two men, like they spent over 14 days on a ship. They were going to, was it USA? From
Mediterranean.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
They spend over 14. These people that have made Africans first to hate their own religion, secondly to hate their own country, their own continent, yeah, to hate their own continent so that they can win Africans, because of course they don't understand Africa, they don't understand Africans, they don't really understand what's going on in Africa, but they bring whatever they bring for us so that we can hate ourselves. And by the way, they don't even actually recognize African traditional religion internationally. But these new religions, they are,
They are recognized,
they,
they are sanctified.
mm,
Yeah, true.
together. Just because they typically this word orally transmitted, because it's not, it's yeah, yes, we have traditional African religion, but this is orally transmitted. It's not very easy like to sit there and you start writing about African traditional religion. You start dividing parts, this is the Old Testament of the African traditional religion, this is the New Testament. It remains all the same over years. That's why it is very hard for these people to interpret. Otherwise, if at all they had a chance of interpreting
And at the end, at the
mm,
end of it all,
mm,
the African tradition still gives power to the
mm,
black people. It signifies us as gods. We are the controller. It
mm,
gives you the powers to your
mm,
destiny,
mm,
which the white people don't want.
mm.
If you believe that you have powers as you are a god of your own, that means you will start to undermine them. And basically, that is the basis or the foundation of African spirituality. You had the powers
Mm,
to control anything that you wanted.
mm,
And this was a threat because if Africans still believed they could control whatever they wanted, that means they would the white people would be deemed powerless.
mm,
That means we wouldn't believe that we wouldn't allow them to have control.
mm,
So they had to change the concept
mm,
of religion and what we believe.
mm. And by the way, still, we shouldn't forget that African traditional religion is all about folk-oriented, expressed in myths and traditional law and prolists. Eh, These are the people. That's how they like they categorize to be myth, that it doesn't exist.
It doesn't. Yeah, but
It doesn't
yes,
exist. But it
if
exists.
someone can float in air, then what do you tell
Actually, they
me?
don't understand what's really happening with the African religion. That's why they say that it's
They
myth.
have failed to understand it.
Mm. And by the way, African traditional religion, it's highly dynamic and it's based more on life traditions,
Mm.
eh, rather than these new religions, and it concerns health, wealth, procreation, and central core of African religions. like you, if you say about these new religions, we see
Leo
like
gayitagana natuwa ssente kyokka gw'olaba byogedde ku mpewo
mm,
oluddamu agenda kukugamba ku mpewo n'abaawasibwati
like
ekinkwasizza
like I said that African traditional religion, it is more concerned of health, wealth, and pre-creation. I was talking about these new religions, like when you talk about the Catholics. Yeah, these are the people that you create that class of the priestcy, the nuns, the
and
brothers.
like you
These
give
people
them
don't give
powers
birth.
if they are gods.
These people don't give birth, but they recruit people. Where do they recruit these people? Yet they don't believe in giving birth. Once you become
Reproduction.
once you become a priest, you're not allowed to be having a woman. You won't be allowing to having kids. Mm. So you're not allowed to like to have a kids. You don't. But these people recruit young people to these religions, like to be Catholic people, to be religious people. Which together, and actually in African traditional religions, women played roles. Uh-uh. Women played the key roles in African traditional religion. You know that women had their roles.
And that's very significant for us.
Mm. Um, Traditional African religions have faced actually persecutions from Christians and Muslims. This is known everywhere. Adherents to these religions have been forcefully converted to Christianity and demonized and marginalized. People like you find someone is a tradition is following up a traditional religion accompanied with these new religions, Christians and Muslim. You may be there actually when you believe in African ATR, African traditional religion, but when you're innocent, you have that name that connects you to this new religion. Which take it, right? So there is a way these people engage about wambam over this. Yeah. No matter why we are having calamities today where we don't know where they come from.
Ositula mannya g'abakinnyi,
Mm.
mannya g'abaki.
Mm. Mm-hmm. And now these people, this has also crept into the South African tradition. Many scholars have argued actually that African tradition has no founder. Oh, leader. It was founded by Africans.
Do we need to have founders, really? Something that is we.
Uh,
We are that tradition. Do we need founders? It doesn't make sense. Anything that is founded, they are based on propaganda.
mm,
It is someone's belief. Now, any spirituality
mm,
that claims an individual's because if at all if it is you who has founded something on your own belief, it cannot be mine because that belief is yours.
mm,
That's why African spirituality and African tradition cannot have a home.
mm,
You find your own belief, you find your own practices, that is it. It cannot be compared like with other religions. It is founded by whoever.
Sigenda no kwambala vest yonna twagitwalidde muli. So and by the way, beliefs are like African traditional religion. We basically believe in God. These people they say that we don't believe in God. We have our own gods we believe in. Kitegeera, we believe in divinities. We believe in spirits. It is so much of spiritual things
Than what people say.
than what people say. We believe in our ancestors because they are the people that lived before us. And the practice the practice of magic and medicine. Do you believe in that? Practice of magic and medicine. For medicine, I believe in medicine. Mm. So David Brown is giving us a thumbs up, a like. He's giving us a like on Facebook. Thank
Yeah,
you.
David Brown, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, David Brown. David Brown. Mugabaita David. Mugabaita David. Why be a bear? So we believe so much. You see that. You see that. Type the number, yange. You see that this omuntu kala eh? So among all those elements I talked about African traditional religion, you see that these people that are creating new religions like the Christianity, the Islamic religion, and others. You see, they are also trying to copy up with the ATR African traditional religion because it was going through a variety of elements. First of all, God, these people, there is a way they created their own God.
They are good.
Which together they are copying out this African traditional religion. We believe in divinities and belief of spirits and belief of our ancestors. These people create that thing of saints. Mm. Just copying out this because, of course, African traditional religion, it was the first, or whatever they are doing, they are copying out this and making this thing. This
the saints, they turned it as saints from
our
our
ancestors
ancestors
to the name of
their
saints.
names of saints who are basically whites.
White saints. I was asking, how does a white saint know about Africa? Like you say, if you want to get a job, you have to pray for this saint. If you want to get this, you have to put all your prayers under this saint. I was asking, how are these things connected?
So when a saint or a good harvest, as if they are farmers.
One. So,
Saint
you see that these people, they are copying now the practice of magic and medicine. You know that African religion was a wider thing that covered whatever Africans were going through. Africans, it was enough for Africans because it even had responsibilities. For the thing of magic and medicine, we had our own medicine and we still have the medicine, the herbal medicine. And these people, they are creating now hospitals. They are
on church based on Christian foundation and religious actually.
So and in these hospitals, whenever you go there, they will tell you, don't take these herbs, these local herbs. They are not prescribed. They are not tested.
But we don't have an overdose.
An overdose of this. All what they are copying is African traditional setting to set up their fucking motherfucking religions. Yeah, they're just copying out because if at all we had our own medicine and these people are creating hospitals based on church, based on mosques, the church, the mosque, churches, hospitals based on church basis, so that they can create, so that they can bring out that structure they copied from the African traditional religion together. And most of these hospitals, troubles together. Because these hospitals, that most of these hospitals, they support popcorn. There are doctors that are known for that.
Yeah.
So anybody hear about this?
I hear about it.
I hear that most of these hospitals, they operate women when they are not ready to be operated. Like you go there, you're not feeling like you're operated just because they want money, they operate you. So this is known and people know this and they're just keeping quiet. Of course, they knew that if they created this was because, of course, religion in Africa. I don't know if even the whole world, it's all about getting money. It is a business. You see very many people on the streets trying to preach out the word of the so-called God. trying to preach out the word of God. But at the end, these people want money. At the end, these people, they are calling out followers to follow up them. I was saying, if at all these people, whatever they are doing is right, why do we see very many, like you see very many churches in one, like in one place, you see very many churches.
Just
Mm.
unite
And
together.
these people are different.
It's like a show.
Hey,
It's like
they
a
are
like
different.
store.
You see, they're different. You say church here, you
Then
say
they will
church here.
even start having arguments.
And African traditional religion was not based on separating people. These people create churches, a church is here, another church is here. Of course, you have separated people in that way. That is a separation. Different people will go at your church, different, but our ATR religion, it was a wider thing that was not separating all
Like
people of
rather
all kinds.
uniting.
Yeah, rather uniting people. We used to meet, I remember,
Or
and we always
cultural.
meet. We always meet, by the way. Lwakuba, sometimes I'm kind of busy, but we always meet for these traditional ceremonies. We meet for traditional ceremonies, we eat. You see that the whole family, even the people you don't know about the family, we come together and discuss issues. Hmm? But what these people are doing for these religions is to collect money. Is to collect money because at the end you have to pay the tithe. You have to pay the tithe. You have to pay HMH, is it? And these people, they want good money. If you pay little money, there is a way they categorize people. People with 500,000, say this side. People with M 1 million, 2 million, they give you a different place. And in front, by the way, they always sit at the front. They can see very well so that the blessings can go direct to you. But in the African traditional religion, they weren't those classes. All people were treated. Yeah, all people were equal. All people were treated the same way. They weren't that shit of separatism. People with this money can this side. People with no money. I see even some churches today, like they tell you if you're new in that church, church is a free exit and entrance.
You have to come and explain where do you work.
They tell you they knew if newcomers they give you a different place. You don't mix, you don't combine with the other people that have been praying with that church over some time. Which together. So there is a way they create that separatism. I'm new, you have to sit there so that they first orient you into that religion. Which together. So that to take you in the other old people. But all that is for nothing. All that is for nothing. Um, all we have to do is to embrace our traditional African religion because it is based on a wider things, and many of our parents are not seeing. And the most toxic people nowadays, they are our parents, I just guess, because they did not embrace this at first. For me, I grew up knowing I'm a Christian. If you're like you bring your shit of ATR, I'll just spit a saliva in your face. Hmm? Until I grew up and know, this is not my religion. My religion is African traditional religion. I'm an African. Watch together. Why do I embrace a white Jesus? Eh? I have now I want to overbelieve. The fact ekituufu kiri nti whatever we are saying, it is the truth. Okitegeera? And people like they forget, and if you look into our tradition, and if you look deep into African traditional religion, we even have that. That prayer for the rosary. It is prayed in the same way.
Yeah.
It is spread the same way. And these people just coped. Have you ever gone to that place? It is called Tanda. I wish one day we could go. We shall go there. The, it expresses the they have the real. Eh? I know they can. Chimanyi tebasobola gaana. Eh? Yeah. All those ends of Luwero. Those ends. Luwero Mitiana. Mitiana Mobendes. That stuff, that kind of stuff. Okay. So African tradition, and very many people have a misconception, African traditional religion, it means making sacrifices, human sacrifices. I don't know why this is happening. And you remember, we watched a video on TikTok where a Ugandan man was trafficking kids to UK for sacrifice. Watch together. So it's not our thing of sacrifice.
Human sacrifice, and they painted it that way, that have tradition, they sacrifice humans. Yeah.
So whenever you talk about, like, you know that person is a traditional healer, that person is following ATR, they will tell you that of course that one is sacrifices people. And that is the propaganda, that is the mindset very many Africans have in their heads. Wait, lwaki omuliro mungi mukwano? Put moderate.
We need to get some like Panadol.
Panadol bubi okwo.
I know that it's close.
Wenda nateekako omuliro mungi babe. So mwana oluzungu tebalutegeera. Kati ze atategeera. Anyway, thank you so much that have been with us for these 2 hours. For those that have been watching us from Facebook, Black Hot Fire Radio, David Brown, thank you so much
for the like.
Yeah, he has been here. I know. He has been watching, and I know this is not the first time. He always watches, and today had to give us that like, because it was too much for him. He liked our topic today. He liked our topic today about the lies the Western world. About the lies the Western world they are painting to the African traditional religion, all the plans they are doing to make our religion disappear from Africa. Together.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. For those that have been with us right away from TikTok, it was TikTok first for that 1.5 hours on TikTok. Thank you so much for always supporting and watching Black Hot Fire Network shows from Monday to
Friday,
of course on Saturday. On Saturday we shall be here. I guess we shall be here. Thank you so much for always watching.
We are even coming back later in the evening.
Yeah, we are coming back, by the way, later in the evening in another segment. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting and watching. Thank you. Always make subscriptions wherever you're like watching. Actually, invite friends for this so they can give a subscription, because all we are doing is for fighting for Africans, and Black people at large in the entire world. Thank you so much for those that have been on Twitter, for those that have been watching on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. And we are yet to meet in another segment.
It has been me.
It has been me, INNOSSETU and Africa Maria.
See you guys.